So I'd like to thank you all for being here in such great numbers tonight. My name is Greg Fergus. I'm a member of Parliament from just across the river in Hull Elmer. And it's great that we've come here today in a particular context. And the context is the one of which Canada, I believe, has made the right choice, and Canadians have made the right choice in being positive, in seeking friendship, in seeking a community that comes together, and one that is welcoming. And it is wonderful to see so many people here from different religions, from different races, from different backgrounds, languages, as well as people from all levels of government and key community interveners.
Your Worship Jim Watson, Honourable Minister Amarjeet Sohi, Honourable Retired General Andrew Leslie, Chief Charles Bordelot, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace and blessings of God be upon all of you. I wish to thank Mayor Jim Watson for hosting this event and our special Master of Ceremonies, MP Greg Fergus, for providing the MC duties this evening. Absent from our program this evening is our longest standing and most loving of friends, Mari Belangi. He has attended our annual conference several times in Toronto, affectionately addressed the audience. His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, our spiritual leader, has personally prayed for Mari, and we all pray for his speedy recovery. We wish him all the best and very much miss him this evening. Ottawa is the heart of this great country, and we are fortunate to have great friends of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama in you both. And when I say in you both, I mean Mayor Jim Watson and MP Greg Fergus. We are equally proud and pleased to share friendship with so many others in this room tonight. We thank you all for your friendship. Thank you to each and every one of you for spending your evening with us as we celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special year for the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama Canada. It has been 50 years since we came here and called this great country our home. 50 incredible years indeed. I can speak for all Canadian Ahmadi Muslims when I say that coming to Canada was one of the greatest blessings we could have ever received. Canada indeed is the best country in the world, and Ottawa determines its pulse. Many of us have come from humble beginnings and will always thank God for providing us this blessing of living here. We have seen our community grow here in Ottawa over the decades. So many of us are proud to call this wonderful city home. The warm embrace that Canada, Ottawa, and the lives of our wonderful hosts have shown to us over the years has, in return, sparked deep love in our hearts for this country and this city. And as such, we want to be servants of this country, of this great country and this wonderful city. Our focus truly and sincerely is on service to humanity and betterment of Canada. The founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, peace be upon him, laid such great emphasis on service to mankind when he said, "My aim, my intention, and my heartfelt desire is to serve humanity. My heartfelt desire is to serve humanity. This is my job, this is my faith, this is my routine, and this is my way of life. And this is our way of life. This is our faith." These words are true embodiment of the message of peace, service, and universal brotherhood taught by the Holy Quran and the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace and blessings of God be upon him. And this is what we, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama, endeavor to fulfill to our utmost. The spirit of service has characterized what we have tried to present during the past 50 years. In prayer and in service is how we show our love for this country, whether it's over the several dozen annual Canadian blood services, blood service clinics we host across the country, or the many food drives we conduct in dozens of cities, or the charitable runs in various regions. Similarly, every Remembrance Day, we run a nationwide campaign called Muslims for Remembrance Day to help commemorate the sacrifices made by our veterans who fought and gave their lives to safeguard our country. Likewise, Humanity First Canada, the official charitable wing of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama, operates a food bank, a career training center, a disaster relief training program, and has sponsored over 100 refugee families within the last few months. And this year, to mark our 50-year anniversary in Canada, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama Canada is carrying out the £1 Million of Food campaign, a nationwide initiative to raise £1 million of food to help alleviate hunger in Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, over these last 50 years, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat has been dedicated to do whatever it can to ensure that Canada will always remain the greatest country in the world. This is our home, and this is the land we love. This is the land we love. To give back to Canada and do whatever we can to enrich the lives of our fellow Canadians and make this country better is our religious duty. It was the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, who once said, love of our country is love of your country is part of your faith. This is why we have a patriotic zeal that burns within us and colors our every action. During these past 50 years, we have aimed to be contributing citizens and to make this country even better than what it is. I can say with full confidence that our next 50 years will not just be a duplication of our efforts. It will not be just duplication of our efforts, but rather will be an exponential increase in our service and devotion to this country. In the end, I would like to close with a prayer that encapsulates the feelings of our hearts. In the words of the fourth Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, and the prayer is, he said, my prayer is that the whole world becomes Canada and that Canada becomes the whole world. May God make it so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I greet you all in the Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In my presentation today, I'll be talking about the contributions made by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at here in Ottawa. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at is a small community in Ottawa, but it is a vibrant community. A community that has contributed and continues to contribute. A community that has integrated. A community that is doing its part in making Canada great. So here's an overview of what I'll be discussing tonight. You know, as Mr. Lal Khan Malik, the President of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Canada, has mentioned about a specific initiative that the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat did called Muslims for Remembrance Day. This was initially launched back in 2011. The objective of this campaign was to remember the sacrifices made by our gallant soldiers, and the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat rally across the country to donate, to get the funds, raise the funds for the Royal Canadian Legion and distribute copies. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat here in Ottawa teams up with local communities and celebrate and remember the prayer, remember the sacrifices made by our men in uniform and women in uniform, and also pray for those who are currently serving in the armed forces.
This year marks the 50th anniversary, of course, of the establishment of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama in Canada. And your community is a dynamic, fast-growing international revival movement within Islam. Members generously support social causes and activities that demonstrate their deep love and their commitment in all of our communities that make up Ottawa and Gatineau. You give back to the community in many ways, including supporting charity runs, blood donor clinics, and food banks. And the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, as we saw in the PowerPoint presentation, is involved in many important causes, including a national campaign to raise £1 million of food in an effort towards ending hunger in Canada. Locally, the Ottawa community has organized many important campaigns, as you saw, such as the Muslims for Remembrance Day, to honor our veterans, and Meet a Muslim Family. As Syrian refugees, and my colleague Michael Kakish is Council Special Liaison for Refugees, and we're so proud of the work the entire community in Ottawa has done to reach out and welcome these men, women, and children to our city. As they enter, thousands of volunteers of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community across Canada are working to arrange living accommodations, food supplies, and all of the necessities to get these families settled and established within their new homeland. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama is paving a way to help families transition into their new home and their new country. And it is an honor to join you in celebration of this special 50th anniversary celebration.